Alright, y'all. I know it's been a while since I did this LA Noire, but hell, you gotta hop back in this bitch. This will be last left off at, man. You know what I'm saying? Been a month. Yeah, she almost got hit by the train.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring, a matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Alright.
Please, don't talk.
But my buttons, man, you been a while and start, you know what I'm saying? It's gone.
Another body.
Forgot how to run. There we go.
And Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Hold up.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what
No.
your old man paid college tuition for?
Alright. You already know.
Can you drive to this one?
Hold up.
Fine. Where are we at?
Hold on, bro. Go on here, man. Come on, man. No, already back on the bullshit. Come on.
How can I help you boys?
Good nigga.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Oh, man.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Alright. What about this one? Nothing? There we go.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
I know that don't mean 22 karat.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Alright. So, I don't know what that for some rings, man. Damn, rail yard. Ah, can't drive.
You
shit,
drive.
nigga.
I need to go over the case notes.
Alright, this with this old drunk.
You boys ready? Follow me.
I'll be ready.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone can
Oh.
pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators,
Cole. Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's ground.
I mean, I don't think I'm doing
He's
this
our
whole
guy.
RT.
witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And
Thank you. She not naked. I ain't want to edit that shit out.
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in.
Huh?
I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
It's good, man.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Oh, it is examine the body. Damn.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
I can't. There we go. All right. No rain. Bag out, nigga. Uh-oh.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Got a purse and shit. Got a mouth. Got a letter. Said I promise you in a better way than.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Yeah. Yeah, what this is?
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
All right. Let's say no, man. Mate.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
At the bar. What is it? See the liquor on there.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
You sure? 2 large suitcase, small suitcase, bedroll, pillow, plain bed sheet, 3 photo frames. That is hairbrush, boiling pin. Yeah, that bullshit. Alright, let's go talk to our black brother over here. But they keep on using the N-word. But no, you my black brother.
Advice?
Looks like we might actually have a couple of witnesses this time.
Alright, man, let me.
Get their state.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Have a good one, man. Hold it down, man. Who else? This dude right here? Look like even.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
Yeah,
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
What the?
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Man, nasty as hell.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Bruh. I forgot how they accuse means you gotta have evidence. Bad cop. I mean, he got a straight face.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Right, discover a victim's body.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Nope.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
Yeah,
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine.
What the?
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
That's nasty. Goes. Nasty, disrespectful, and a disgrace, man. Kinda. There we go. Yeah, pick up the phone.
1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
Aye. Hold up. I'm over here walking around here. I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to do. Go to the bar. Then we're gonna go to that lick. May get some lick, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold up.
You're behind the wheel.
Yeah, man. You already know what time it is. Yeah, I want to say sorry to the people that was watching this. Cause yeah, I just said fuck this game for the past three weeks. Not intentionally.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide.
You know.
We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Oh, well, we're going to you first.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
Yeah.
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Last contact.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Oh my goodness. You're hard to judge, man. You smirking. You can't. Oh.
Can anyone corroborate that?
Good choice of word. Am I a suspect?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, alright. Send him a crime history. Criminal history.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Who else up in here? Who else up in here? Huh? Oh, hold up. Wait. Oh, excuse me. Sit. No.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights. You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
I ain't gonna ask this man no question. Man, give me the lip, man. Wait a minute. What's out here? Wow. Why did doorknobs go? Hey, is I missing something? Hold on, let's go back up in here. I'm missing something. Hold up. Open this up. It's saving. Hold up. Did we get everybody up here? I see a dude right here. I guess we did, man. Let's go to the... No. The lick store. Get some lick. Alright, man, you already know what time it is. You're gonna have to drive, man. Let's go.
You can drive.
Yeah, he ain't playing no investigation meter, so hell, I guess. Alright. We at that lick store.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
All right.
You got some fine stock here, Mr.
Yeah, this man about to steal something.
Well, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
What a mystery meet.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
Hell no.
We'll take a look around.
What is this?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Uh-oh.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
All right.
Exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Just her with her daughter, I guess. Uh-oh, hold up. Family photo?
She wasn't always such a loner.
No, that's not... I don't know.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need.
Oh, wait, what? Hold up. Open it up.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
All right. All right, that's it. So, go back up here and talk to him. Alright, contact with victim.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Alright.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Relationship with the victim.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
All right.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
All right. Knowledge of McCaffrey.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Straight up.
She talked about McCaffrey.
Supposedly he fought in the International Brigade in Spain and in the miners' strikes back in Virginia.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem.
He had a straight face though.
I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Sound like he's an honest man, man. Know what I'm saying? Locations. The bowling alley. And we still got the bar up there. Let's go to the bowling alley though, because man, I ain't seen nothing in that damn bar.
You can drive.
You already know. Come on with it, man. Get a lane, man. You know what I'm saying? Run through the game.
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
25 cents.
I'm Detective Feltz. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Hey, Cole, man.
I think he's a bit of a gangster.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, you should already know. How I get to the bike though? Hold on, what?
My father says I'll never
there's a
be
door
an
over there.
actress.
Hey, he's right.
Waitress.
Yeah, y'all taking score on the books? Dang, y'all don't even got the. Y'all ain't got the TV. Oh yeah, y'all don't. It's the 50s, 40s, whatever. Never mind. I'll take that back. You know this flow slick, man. Yeah, walk on with some plain shoes, your ass. You busting your ass. All right, let's go.
Tiernan, LAPD.
Oh hell. Oh my goodness. What type of car?
There.
He guilty. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is this?
We have a problem.
Yeah, okay.
You could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herb is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who found these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley
Come on,
was
mate.
on the Starlight.
Come on, man. There you go. There you go.
May have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phil?
Swing.
Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
He bucking them corners, man. He bucking them corners in that. Woo!
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Man, you already did.
We should keep this development the way we're gonna have, so to speak.
We're all on the same team, Russ.
Hit maneuver.
Chain of command, Phil.
Oh, shit.
Skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I
Oh,
get
that
it.
man winning the pole. Oh.
What are you waiting for? Get after it!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Ooh, he's talking about your big ass. Oh, swing that mother.
That is the end of that.
Get out the way.
About fucking time.
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged
Get up out of
individual
there.
with the need to feel virile.
Why won't let me out?
Another runner. Well, at least we...
There we go.
Put your hands in the air!
That man running. Night. Dad, what you doing? Man, listen, no, I ain't gonna be running down there to the, trying to get going down there to that phone. No, hold up. Here we go. Yeah. Cola King. What type of cola is that?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Code 2.
Thanks, ma'am.
The hell? Alright, let's go back to the central, man. Let's go. Oh, it's already current. Oh, let's go. Go on, get in the car, man.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
That more clean, man. Where we going, big dog?
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
All right.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
Downstairs.
I want to put a
You don't know how to open the door, man?
Poor lady killed near City Hall.
Ew.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
Damn.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married. Yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
So, what do we do now? I mean, we here.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
All right, what?
Rod has socks in
Okay.
here.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Hey, you telephone wheel.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
Alpine speakers, man. Thing bump. Alright, locations, go to them apartments, man. Alright. Man, look at this dude.
Can you drive to this one?
Go ass on, man. That's a nice ass car. Hey. Is it apartments? It was apartment 6. So, let's see. 3 and 4 was down here. Shit upstairs. This way. Here we go.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Pick the door. Ew. Oh. I walked straight to it. This it? No, this it. You don't gotta examine it, man. This it.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in
We're
here?
from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof.
Mike Tyson.
Spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier.
Your nose ass out the way. Move.
Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
It's good, man. You coolin', man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here prop got the chucks on, man. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, man. I'll see you, man. Hold it down. Yeah. Man, up there, there's a cooler, man. Mind his business. That's what some of these characters need to do. All right, here you go. He gonna run again. Oh, no. This buddy. Oh!
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Come on, fly down. What's up, nigga? Oh, go! What is you doing? Go to hell! That man dipping! This man slow as hell. Huh! Messing up my gators.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Yeah. Throw them deuces up, nigga. Thank you, ma'am. What that man with that car? I see him.
Give it up, LAPD.
Oh my goodness, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Give me the button to tackle. Oh, I forgot the tackle button. It's A, X, B. A. There we go. There we go. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Man, what? Oh, you want to throw? Man! Bitch! Get your ass ass down. I forgot how to fight, but hell, there we go. Bit. Grab his ass. Throw ass down, nigga. Kick his ass. I ain't wanna turn around and throw them things, man. Yeah, I throw them. Hell, ain't no bitch in my blood. Jump on ass. Yeah. Do the damn thing, man. Hurry up with the load screen.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey.
Wait, what?
Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
How did it?
Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia.
Come at the Central, man.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
Get in that doggone driver's seat.
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
You drive.
Get in that
I need to go
driver's
over the
seat,
case
man.
notes.
Get over. Damn.
You know the way. You can drive.
Get your ass over, man.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, Jen?
Oh my goodness.
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
Okay. This time I need to take my time and just listen instead of just. I messed up on
Really
it.
nice guy. I felt lousy collaring him.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
Yeah, why you run?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Well, somebody done beat your ass relationship with Vic.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
Okay.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. And he had nothing but vitriol for her.
My alibi.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Medium height bill. The ring. Mars, picked on top of Dell. Handbags. Nope. 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 Hold up. All right, hold up. So on over Robbins testified victim bought whiskey for a boy after an argument.
You should let me go now. I've done nothing wrong.
First of all, I forgot what he said. I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember. You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay. Man, hold up. Accused. Use the intention, bro. Ask community. Yeah, see, they say the same.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and
I'm not lying. She got up and left. That was it.
Oh. Bitch.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. That she wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, McCaffrey was a hero, McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Wait, what?
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
He definitely not telling the truth. Pawn ring, missing ring, time of death, handbag, upper, stained with blood. But man, wait. We use a lot of them to clear jams. Okay, but ask them again. Gotta ask again. All right, bad call.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey.
Yeah.
You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
He sure ain't. I'm a little bit fishy about that, man. But man, I don't. The next room. All right, room 2 over here. Here we go.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
He cocky. All right, relationship with Vic.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Doesn't look good, Grosvenor. It's either you or Tiernan from where we're sitting.
Personally, I think Evelyn is better off, but I had nothing to do with it.
Okay. I don't understand. Alibi for Mac.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Oh my goodness, bro, it's hard, bro. I might have to use another one, man, cause, bro, I just can't, man. Accused of what, though? What did he say? Evelyn died sometimes around midnight. Remind me, where were you? I was at home writing. I'm working on the manuscript. Okay, but accuse him of what? Hold up. Ring pawn by. Fuck it, accused.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
What do we have? What do we have? Missing ring? Hold up. No. Okay. Shit. Your book.
You're going to have to do better than that, detective.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Yeah. Man, bad cop. I don't care.
If it was planted there, then some evil mastermind must be at work here. You got a name, McCaffrey?
Tiernan. Who else?
I was under the impression you thought Tiernan incapable of tying his own shoelaces.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan.
I miss all them dogs.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Get out the way.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks for your help.
You think you about to get off slick? The damn dope.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man.
Liar!
I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak.
Liar!
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Liar! Liar!
You're holding out on us, McCaffrey.
What?
What other trouble have you been in?
I was in a few labor disputes before the war. I didn't use my real name.
Oh, we gotta start all the way over.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that? She was old enough to be your mother, Tiernan. Were you banging her?
That's none of your business.
You a mama's boy, Tiernan?
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
What I'm doing, I'm just looking.
She wanted something of his.
On Google at the answers, man. Yeah, bad cop.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Cause man,
McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before.
This shit tough.
I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but you know, I'm not so sure.
Before I go to this one, view evidence. Hold up, view evidence. Okay, I do that though. Okay.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
All right. Say accused.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and
I'm not lying. She got up and left. That was it.
Damn, nigga. All right, bro. What you gonna get there? I got this evidence for your ass. There you go.
she left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them.
Let's
Clear
say
jams
for
and
this
pin
one,
setting
bad
machines.
cop.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle.
This is my 4th time seeing
Making
this,
an old
man.
typewriter key. A present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
All right.
Coroner says it's going to take at least a week to get an ID.
Over here to this man. I got the answer for this one.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something
Get
to
tired of
hide.
this cock ass nigga, man.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Doesn't look good, Grosvenor. It's either you or Tiernan from where we're sitting.
Personally, I think Evelyn is better off, but I had nothing to do with it.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Now, I picked
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
I picked this answer. Hold up.
You're going to have to do better than that.
That's the rule. Oh, disconnected. Lord. I guess I didn't get all the evidence, man. Because, man, is I got the evidence for this, man. See, Yes, I got the evidence for that. Okay.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Kate told me to accuse.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
All the way down.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has
Okay.
lawyers.
Again. Back to the phone.
I say we bust in there
Operator,
and
give
find
me
the goddamn
dispatch.
evidence.
Putting you through now.
Man, this
Phelps,
video,
badge
a minute-
1247.
I mean, hour and 10 minutes, man.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you.
All right. Back. Get out the way. Hell.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country.
Damn!
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch.
Damn!
What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Oh my. Man, charge him.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Boy. Alright, I'm gonna stop right there. Hope y'all enjoyed it. New to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, and yeah.